Another pedal that just came out is the Trilogic Bass Preamp 3. I had been using the older version, the Bass Preamp 2, quite a bit for the last few years, especially with acoustic bass, double bass, and also with basses that I have, like I have some vintage P basses that occasionally I use. And when I do, I use with this preamp. The new version has some really cool new options. The volume and gain are still the same. This version has a sweepable mid frequency that you can cut and boost. So that's extremely, extremely important, especially with upright bass, because when you amplify the upright, there's a mid frequency that you need to really get a control of. And if it's a set frequency, maybe it gets close, depends on the bass. I travel a lot and have to use rental basses. So now that this is out with the sweepable mid, this is something I travel with nonstop. It never leaves my suitcase. You can find the exact spot of the mid-range for any acoustic bass and notch it down, which is what I always have to do. And then you have some control of the treble and bass. And now you have a choice of a couple of different bass frequencies and a couple of different treble frequencies. So it's the same preamp that I really loved, but much more flexible now. So I'll give you a little idea what it sounds like with electric bass. And here's the sound of this bass I have in passive mode. So here's a little bit of the sound of the bass. So really, it's a great sound. So if I want to have a little bit more control over the sound, and just add a little bit of girth to the sound, then I kick this on, and here's what this sounds like. You can hear the tone is a little bit more out front. The highs are a lot more present. The lows are a little bit fatter, a little bit clearer. So some of the things, I'll show you some of the shaping options you have now with this. So again, here's the sound of it with the preamp on. So if I add some mid-range and then start sweeping the frequency, here's a lower mid. A little bit higher. Here's basically in the middle. A little higher. Up. And here's all the way pegged to the right. So for me, the areas that I end up using the most are from the top down. Especially, like I said, with acoustic bass, those are the really crucial ones to find the right spot and take them out. In this case, I'm boosting it with the electric to get the sounds that I'm looking for. So here's a little bit of low mid boost. Here's with the preamp off. Now with it on, with the low mids boosted. So you can really find a great sound in there. I'll set the mids back to even. So here's some bass. other bass frequency. So if you're in a room where there's, you know, a lot of carpet or a curtain, and you're having trouble getting a hold of the bass frequency that you need to boost or cut, it's super easy to find that with this pedal now. And same with the treble. So it's the same great pedal, but so much more flexible, and a really great pedal, especially for upright bass, especially for any passive bass. You can really get into the tone with this, and it's still like a really comfortable size to carry around, throw in the gig bag. It's a really, really great pedal.